So now in this video I got this switch, USB, there's 8 switches, and a 12 volt plug right there. Just got it last night. And also shows the power that is being applied to this. So we got 8 switches. This one is in the on position. I got that one on for a reason. We will get to that later. But in case we come back here, so of course you have to power this. And the way this is set up right now, all the power is applied through these two wires right there. So you would have your load though would go back to the negative supply on its own. You probably would not come back to this for the negative supply, although you might. We'll come back to that. So you can see this red wire right there. Wherever there is not a fuse block right there, that one does not go to a fuse block. You can see it goes over to there. All of these right now are connected to this red wire right there. So we will be able to see an LED on the switches when they're in the on position. Once we connect power, plus it will activate the USB, our voltage, and that. Hopefully that makes sense. When it comes to these fuse blocks right here, so this would be headed to a load you want to switch on and off. And they're all clustered over here. This one that's floating off to the side, it naturally doesn't want to go up as far as those right there. I had a little trouble finding it. But in any case, this one goes to the switch that I have turned on right now. That's why I did that. The rest are off right now. But in any case, yeah, this will just go out to a load. And so this fuse block right there, and or not this one, up here, whichever fuse block comes from that switch right there has this wire that comes out. You send that to a load. Other side of the load you put to ground to power it. So now I have the power supply set to 12 volts. In fact, we'll set it to 12.8 volts. That's probably the nominal voltage you'd be working with if you use a panel like this, and up to 100 milliamps of current. I'm not going to actually power anything other than this board. And so yeah, we go black positive. These are tinned right there. It's probably a stranded wire, but then they soldered the wires together. And then we got the positive, and I was looking through the camera, so a little hard to see. And there you can see we got the voltage on the display. I have not tested the 12 volt socket or the USB. We're not going to worry about that. As I said before, this switch we got in the on position. We can put any into the on position. Right now we have power coming to the LEDs right there when we turn it on. And when the LED is on, then power will be applied to the wire that goes to that switch. But again, we just want to leave this one on right now, and we will come back, and I'm going to grab a multimeter. So now I got the multimeter right here. We're going to set it to measure voltage. This is auto ranging. I'd want to set it to the setting above 12 volts, 12.8 volts, if it has numbers that you can also set. Now, unfortunately, I lost my black probe right there. So that's really weird. I had that probe was working just fine right before I started filming this, and it must have just fell out. That's weird. So in any case, I have this set to voltage right there, and I'm trying to avoid this from short circuiting. If I didn't have a power supply with short circuit protection, I'd be a lot more careful than what I'm being right now. This will shut off if we short these two wires. I'm not going to demonstrate that, but that's what they do. So in any case, we got this. This is not an auto ranging meter. I set it to 20 volts because we're going to be measuring up to about 12 volts. So this is a direct connection to the power supply right there. And I was thinking about clipping it, but maybe that won't work out too well. So yeah, it's not a connection to the wire right there. It's a connection to the power supply. Doesn't matter. All of this will go back. So when we go to the one that I attach to the switch, we will see, once I get a good connection right there, about 12.8 volts. We do lose a little bit of voltage along the way where we have these connections and stuff. But there you can see, basically 12.8 volts. If I go to any of these other wires right there, all those switches are turned off. So that's how I found the wire right there. I didn't track it down. I just kept touching the probes to these with the other meter. I had it then, right before I was filming this. and none of them were passing along voltage. If I turn the switch off now, then this one is not going to pass voltage either. It is turned off. And I was trying to aim through the camera. You don't aim as good on camera. And right there. So yeah, it looks like you know, we got like some stray voltages kind of moving around, but you know, hardly any right there. It's an off switch right there. Turn it back on, and we will have voltage again. Once again, I was aiming through the camera. Very hard to get a aim. There we go. 12.8 basically. So now, of course, if you attach this to a battery, even if you turn all the switches off, you're going to be consuming, you know, somewhere around like 13 milliamps of power. What I saw somebody else do in a video with a similar board of this, there's all kinds of different boards. They took one of the switches and they rewired everything so that all the red wires basically come to that switch. And that switch's red wire goes to the power supply. So, you know, the one with the fuse. So, if he turned that particular switch off, even if the rest were on, it wouldn't matter. He had to turn that switch on before all the other ones in the display would come on and stuff like that. I thought that was a really good idea. But in case we're not going to worry about that, I bought this particular one because there was a lightning deal. So, this is not the price that it would probably be, but I got it for about $17 right there. Last night, I got it yesterday. Last night there was another lightning deal. I think they're like 4 hours long or something, where it was the same price, but at the moment it's at the regular $34 right there. So there's lower price ones with like 5 switches and whatnot. You know, but this one does have 8, so maybe it's worth the extra money or something. I don't know. I just want to point that out. I got it with the lightning deal. That's why I got this particular one. It's not the one I think's the best or anything. It is the only one I have. The only one I bought. But in case, of course, I haven't tested this out or the USB out. But you can see we got the fuse blocks there. They came with the fuses, and the other one I had, I didn't think was this hard to open. There we go. Yeah, you can see the fuses inside right there. Of course, check, you know, the product details if you're interested. But yeah, you got all that wiring. You got the spade connectors on the switches, the males, and this stuff here. And then the females, you know, they got wires doubled up and everything. So that this is connected directly to that. It's connected directly to something else, and so on right there. The switches, of course, are isolated. If they're in the off position, which I guess is up here, which that feels like that should be on, but in case. Now it's in the on position. Now one of these is connected to all the other red ones, whereas the red wires for these, you know, where the red wires are connected together. We got one of them that's also connected to all of these, and then the rest of them are not. They're just isolated right now. They're off. So, in any case, hopefully that's pretty straightforward, but hope you still enjoyed. I thought that was a good deal for $17. That's the main reason why I bought it. Not so much that I needed one, but I think it's going to be really useful. So, of course, I don't have to worry about the power supply wasting power. But yeah, you'd want to, you know, disconnect this from the battery when you're not going to use it. And also, I don't want to short circuit anything. But in case, you know, just a kind of a quick review right there. Again, I didn't test it out or anything. I just wanted to show it off. There's all kinds of videos with people also reviewing these. So I hope you enjoyed mine. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out one of the other videos I'm posting on the screen, and check out the links down below. They all help out a lot. I'll see you in the next video.